You are now tuned to BS3 Network. You are now tuned to BS3 Network. BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
It's Queen 3 and King. It's Queen 3 and King. It's Queen 3 and King. Queen 3 and King, we the team, it's going down. We the talk of the town, it's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns, it's going down. Tune in now, it's going down. Queen 3 and King, we the team, it's going down. We the talk of the town, it's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns, it's going down. Tune in now, it's going down. It's Queen 3 and King on BS3 Network.
It's 3.
Welcome to another episode of Queen 3 and King. I was wondering if she gonna be on her stuff or not. And remember to bring that beat back. Apparently she is. Go on, crank it for a little while. Mika, do your thing. Yeah. Let's see if she'll freestyle with us. Take that mute button off. Hey, before we mute you full time.
I think I'm back.
Yeah, let's see. Go on, give it that freestyle. Yeah.
It's Queen 3 and it's going down in 2024. We in here.
Oh,
and we don't know no more.
Okay,
You
good.
just killed it. You just killed it.
She thought she ate, didn't she?
And it's all the food's good.
Yeah.
But she came in hard though. She came in hot.
hot. She asked for a start over. Let's give her one more chance.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Miss Producer.
No. No. Don't do it.
One
Don't
more
try.
chance. All right, let her feel the beat first. I think that's what she did. You got to feel the beat first. Take your hit of the blunt, let it roll for a second, and then go. You done saw Snoop Dogg and them do it. Ain't that right, Pastor?
In 24.
There we go. Now she's feeling it.
No, that's background.
In 24,
right,
it's going down in your town.
No. Fumble the ball again.
Forget it.
I can't.
Forget it, producer. Kill it. Forget it. Kill it.
Kill it, guys.
Kill it. Well, I guess this is going to be a regular show.
Oh my
Welcome to another episode of Queen 3 and King. Today's episode is Active Listening with the guest of all guests. That's our special guest host, King 2.0, AJ Jones in the building. You see the background. You see him moving on up like the Jeffersons in his new penthouse. All right. Yeah. That get me hype. That get me hype. Either that or that shot of tequila I took. One. Yeah.
Come
Keep
on,
low.
man.
She can't rap.
She can harmonize
All
though. She can harmonize.
As the producer put on their screen, make sure you give Facebook permission or StreamYard permission to publish your name so we can give you proper credit for your comments. We are live on Roku. Search BS3 TV.
We
Download
back.
today. There's some fire content on there. You do not want to miss it. You should be sitting on your couch watching this, okay? Not on your phone. See me big. All right. If you're on YouTube, please click the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That's how we buy us a few Frosted Flakes. Let's see. Somebody done already did it. That's Miss Blue Streak Freak, also known as Bo,
Blue Streak.
in the building. We sure appreciate you. You know she gonna be there
Theodora.
every time.
I thought I told you.
Come on.
Okay, just because he had you rap in the beginning, don't mean you're
That
going to
mean
do
you
this the
gotta
whole
keep
show.
rapping this. Don't mean.
I ain't gonna.
Hold on. I've been gone for a minute. Why y'all hating on her?
Thank you.
We not.
You must have been
trying to
watching
hope
some
her.
episodes. That's
Trying to
right.
hope her out.
We trying to hope her.
If you know we're gonna throw a bounce pass at the beginning of the games at the shows, so you should be able to take it and rock the rim with it. And
Hey,
she
this
ain't.
song-
We got two turnovers so far.
2 turnovers
We got 2 turnovers
in
so
2
far.
attempts. She playing
Call
like
me
that.
Jack.
Hey,
Call
she
me
playing
Jack.
like Dak Prescott over there.
Call
ain't
me
she?
Jack.
I mean,
We're
you
not
might
doing
as
that.
well name her Dakota.
We're not
You
doing
did
that.
it. You did it on Facebook the other night. Why you ain't doing it today?
We're not doing that.
Hey, because I was mad the other night. Let's not do that.
All right, let's get to these introductions. We will start in reverse order today. We'll start with the baby queen. Since the season
thank
queen,
you.
shout out to her. You know, our thoughts and our prayers out to the season queen and her family out in Van Augustine, close to Van Augustine. She's a bit under the weather today, so a moment of silence for her and her family.
Hey!
No. Y'all are out of line.
All right. All right. What that say?
It's a beautiful day to be a
It's
black
beautiful
woman.
morning. All right.
It's a beautiful
Okay.
day to be a black woman.
So to the queens that are here, let's go ahead and start with the baby queen, also known as Lily, Mama Lee, formerly known as Blake's mama, but now she is firmly entrenched of the 2-year-old's corner. Bronxy, he'll steal your girl. He'll steal your girl. Talk to the folks. Queen.
Hello, everybody. It has been a minute, and we are back. We are back.
Yeah,
more
AJ,
in 24. More in 24.
Yeah, AJ, I don't even tell Bronxy when my fiance coming to town. I ain't really. Yeah, I ain't really.
What did he say today, Mika? He going to tag in who house?
Aaliyah.
Yeah, I can't let it. I can't hold him because I know how I am, man. You know, I'm pretty territorial, so I don't care if he 2. I don't care if he 19 inches tall. It don't matter. I'm gonna have to get with it.
But let me just tell you, you ought to be happy because Bronx is really mean.
He's very mean.
I know.
He's welcoming.
You ought to be happy because you know what he like.
I'm not. No, we.
What he like.
Shout out to our sponsors. Thank you.
Hey, sponsors. Give us some more. Man, we should try to retire in 2024.
Yeah, they got a few dollars in their pocket in 2023, AJ, and they don't know how to act. And when I say a few dollars to this radio professional here, when I say a few dollars, I mean a few dollars.
No, I'm trying to get us a few more dollars.
My Bible saying all things be thankful.
Yeah, we're gonna shout out to
and all things be thankful.
Hey,
hello.
We sure appreciate y'all. Y'all made Christmas time what it need to be. You hear me? All right. And next we got the educator queen. She has finally, her attorneys have negotiated the ability to be able to take the ankle monitor off full time. She is in the process of going through arbitration to settle the civil suit. So she should be out of these baseball caps pretty soon and get back to getting her hair done like the baby queen. As you can see, her shit is slayed. She is over here eating. And Mika's done got 8. But anyway, the educator queen, go ahead and talk to the people.
What's up with it? What's up with it?
Now she a B-boy.
We bite.
They don't know what a B-boy is, AJ.
I don't.
And just move on.
Okay, you're right. I don't.
All right.
But I'm glad to be back in 2024.
Yeah.
AJ, I heard what you were saying. I was trying to respond. Hit me in that chat.
Wow. You only say it out loud.
Just don't mess him up.
See, she might not want somebody to hear you say it. Is the reason why she's saying hit you in the chat. Is that it?
No.
Okay.
AJ, can you just tell me? Okay, go ahead.
I'm not saying nothing else. I said what I said. You was muted. We'll talk later.
I can't wait.
And then one of us told a very ugly mute joke, and the pastor
I didn't hear it.
That's all I.
You don't need to.
The pastor laughed first.
He laughed first. It's very uncalled for.
He laughed first. It should have been the last one. And speaking of the pastor, we got the guest of all guests. This is King 2.0. As you well know, 2023, he filled in and actually took Queen 3 and King to another level when I was off See, most folks who are not confident in themselves and sure themselves, they wouldn't put a guy like this on. Ask Steve Harvey.
Well, we ain't ask him none.
He wouldn't put him on. He wouldn't put him back on. You hear me? He wouldn't put him back on, but I'm confident, so I bring him on. And in fact, with the Super Bowl coming up in a few weeks, I'll be out. So hopefully he'll do us a solid and cover for us then.
He's
the Dallas Stars playoffs will be not too long after that. So hopefully he'll grace us with his presence. We do have King 2.0. Talk to the folk, King.
Hey, man. What's up, everybody? What's up, family? I missed y'all.
Yes, we missed you too, brother.
Good to be back. Good to be
Ain't
back.
seen you since last year, man.
I'm saying.
You know, you got to get that corny joke in.
Yeah, Keegan don't like it either. Keegan say, please don't say that again.
Shout out to our nephew.
Because he'd be like, okay, that's enough.
All right, let's get to these comments to acknowledge the folks that's in the chat room already, and we'll start breaking these questions down and see if we can't save a relationship or two. All right, we got Facebook user, not sure who you are, says, what up, fam? If your name isn't showing up, maybe sign it at the end with your name or give Facebook permission.
Use the link at the top of the comments to show us who you are.
There you go. Facebook user in the building. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Theodora Harper, also known as Blue Freak, and we got a new nickname for it the other night, which hopefully we'll find out what it means, but it is Bo. So we'll figure out that later on.
You know what Bo means. Get out of here.
No, I don't.
Shout out to Theodora, always supporting.
Mac something else. I don't know who this is.
MC something else.
Oh, MC something. Oh, that's what they talking about. Okay, you see, I'm a fat kid. You can't put MC together, and I don't think it's Mac something. Shit, you need to separate that shit if you want to know what me.
You missed y'all, baby.
All right, Jeff Gillian, my best in the building.
Yes.
The host and curator of one of my newest shows to produce, and that is This Dope Cooking Show. Got a cool vibe there. He's just getting his sea legs under him, so it's only getting better.
Jeff,
Jeff,
make another chicken pasta or anything with pasta, and I don't get any.
Right. He said, what up, folks? How are y'all? Welcome back. Thank you, sir.
Hey.
And then this Facebook user says, ooh, I don't know what they're saying that about. Then Theodora said, no, when I was young, Golden could only Bo, she used to say, hey, Bo, we are only 11 months apart. Okay, so she could.
Her sister. Okay.
Yeah,
she can only. And tell Golden, we said, what's up?
I ain't seen that.
Yes.
What up, Golden?
We said hello. Okay.
Hey, Golden.
All right, we're gonna start with this. Initial thoughts. How would you define active listening? And let's go to the king on this one to open us up. How would you define active listening, sir?
I'm gonna say active listening is when I'm gonna speak for myself, when I'm actively engaged in what you're trying to say.
Okay, that's what's up. I like it.
Yeah, because I can hear you, but I ain't paying no attention. Or I can hear you and I don't want to hear you, but when I'm actively engaged in what you're trying to say, then I'm actively listening.
Awesome. I love it. Simple and sweet. Educator queen.
I'm gonna have to agree with AJ. I'm gonna say actively listening and engaging. And I'm also not listening to respond, but I'm listening to hear what you're actually saying.
All right. We'll take that. And the baby queen.
Listening without formulating a response, because I think too often we are already on guard, ready to respond, and that takes away the act of active listening. So
right. You know, I was listening to, I don't know if it was a podcast or a radio program the other day. It was a radio program. It's the Ticket. Some guys that I'll see come Super Bowl week here pretty soon. And one of the hosts in the morning, on the morning show, the Gentle Musers, Donovan Miller, Gordon Keith is one of the funniest dudes I've ever heard, period. Stand-up, radio, whatever. One of the coolest dudes, one of the most intelligent dudes I've ever come across. But he talked about how to see when somebody's not active listening, and the thing that drives him crazy is that he goes, we're sitting there talking. We could be at dinner. We could be anywhere just having a conversation, and they looking at their phone. you know, and he goes, and I'll stop, you know, talking because apparently what they are looking at, they need to address right then and there. And he goes, and then they'll get mad at me because I quit talking. You know, and they're like, go ahead. And he's like, no, go ahead. You finish that. What I'm saying is important. I want you to hear it.
Right.
Fully, you know, that's why I'm talking to you about it. But I don't want, I mean, if you got to answer that, go ahead and answer that. You know, and he goes, and somehow I get, you know, determined as the asshole in the situation because I stopped talking and I'm under one had my phone up, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, I think it's one of the rudest things you could possibly do. And for me, because I am in a business that is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, literally emergency services business, that whenever I was back in the dating world, which I am no longer, sorry ladies, I know it's a bit disappointment. Disappointing.
Girl,
and they are actually booing. I'm sorry, ladies, just calm down. I know.
Wait a minute.
Anyway,
when did we get sound effects?
Oh, Ben having them.
No, you
Ben having them. But see, AJ, you lay in the cut with this stuff, huh? You don't always give it to them like you give it to them. You don't always give it to them. You know, yeah, they have been very upset, and it's been hard to control it. Okay. I've been having to deal with this for so long now, but I'm sorry, I'm off the market. But anyway, when I was in the dating market, when I would go on a date or something like that, I would put my phone out and say, look, I'm not being rude if this rings because the business I'm in, I may have to address it. And I would tell them that, but I would sit it there and wouldn't mess with it unless it happened, you know. So he said that was one of the weirdest and rudest things you could possibly do, is be rocking with your phone. Go ahead.
But it's also almost like, you know, when your mom was talking to you when you're a child and you're not looking at her, or you
right. Oh, shit.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
like that's a form of disrespect.
That's right. Well, no doubt. That's a good point. That is a good point. And you would get your teeth slapped out your mouth.
Yes.
That's when you first got told they'll knock your ass in the next week. Go ahead.
I love it that you said when you were on a date, because any guy we went on a date with, the phone is up, is out, is active, is in. But the last couple days I went on, the phone was turned over. I was like, don't you need your phone? And you know me, I'm questioning everything. Don't you need your phone? He was like, no, if somebody needs me, they know how to get a hold of me, but it's going to be turned over while we at dinner.
You in love, aren't you?
No. No. But he actually used the words, I'm actively listening to what you're trying to say. He's like, and I'll check it. You know, if you go to the restroom, he's like, then I'll check it. Or then I'll do this and then I'll do that. He's like, but I'll check it every 30, 45 minutes. But I'm not in a rush. He's like, I don't have any kids. I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah, I love it. Now, for me, this is a little bit off active listening, but it's a show of respect. You know, we all have a habit of turning that phone upside down when we put it down. I don't do that. My fiance, I specifically tell her I'm turning it up. I'm not going to turn it down because I don't care what you see on it. There ain't nothing to be seen. So I'm going to set it down, but I'm going to turn it up, you know. What I think, the damn meteor going to fall out the sky and break my screen or some shit?
So let me, and I know not every situation is the one I'm about to share.
No,
I was on a shoot. I was shooting two clients at the same time, same scene.
Drive by.
Phones were turned up. And I could literally see what was on their phones while I was shooting. And like I told, turn your phones down so that, you know, everything you got going on is not distracting from the shoot.
Yeah.
So it's not always a case of you're trying to hide something. Sometimes you're trying to keep distractions to a minimum.
Yeah, I think that's a case for sure, a scenario where it would warrant turning it down or putting it in your back pocket, one of the two.
Yeah,
I'm with it. Let's hit a couple of these comments. I think we got a couple that we have not hit yet. Theodore on the awesome answers. Way back up there. Yeah, you got it. Talking to Mika. I think that's Sophia, but go ahead. Theodora said my little sister Golden. Then she said sounds good, AJ. Facebook user, and based on a later comment, this may be Kimberlyn DeGrette who commented on this, but not sure. They said listen to hear and understand, and not listening, just responding.
You're not lying.
Kimberlyn DeGrette, she said listen to hear and not understand, not waiting to respond. This person said, I heard Simon Sinek say that anytime your phone is visible, it sends a message that you're saying isn't that important because it's like you're just listening until you get a call or a text. Okay. She said if it's visible. Yeah. I tend to agree with that, which is why I would explain its presence whenever I needed to. Right. All right. We're gonna start with the baby queen on this one. Oh no, you know what? Let's do this. Let's pause on that question real quick. Let's go ahead and play the video right now because we need to set this up to determine why we even are having this as a particular topic.
Okay.
What is wrong?
Yeah, shut up. Play the video, producer.
Let me tell you something about marriage that a lot of people do not understand. A defensive spouse is a product of divorce. Let me repeat that. A defensive spouse is a product of divorce. I always say this. When your spouse is speaking to you, listen not to be defensive. Listen to understand. And don't respond to attack. Respond with a solution. Many people in marriage listen to be defensive. How they can make themselves seem correct in the situation. Others respond with an essence to attack. That is not communication. That is a fight and a war. Learn communication expertise in the area of marriage, and that is listen to understand and speak to be a solution in your union.
I don't come. Pastor, have you checked this guy out at all on TikTok? Have you seen it?
Well, he done lost me already.
Hey.
So I know I haven't. I don't want to be disrespectful.
No, go for it.
But it's such a general statement. Like you just slap millions of people.
Yeah.
By saying that you're a product of divorce.
Yeah, that's kind of what got me. Yeah.
I mean, like you've lost all credibility on maybe some valid points because you took a step way too far. You're no expert in people being the product of divorce and that being the reason why they act a certain words. First of all, no one is an always and no one is a never.
Never. That's right.
So for you to make a general broad statement like that, I stopped actively listening after all of that. Just keeping it real.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Put the question on the screen now. Let's see. So we know the answer to this question. Is a defensive spouse, and that's why I changed it and I misspelled products. I should have had an S on there, but I said is a defensive spouse one of the products of divorce. So I'm going to start with my answer on that. I'm with AJ. I'm somebody who, whenever I'm in a conversation or I hear somebody speaking and they use the terms always or never,
right?
Yeah,
I'm quick to correct those because no one is always and no one is never. It is just not possible, right? And so that's why I changed it to say, is a defensive spouse one of the products of divorce, or can it be a product of divorce? And I think we would all agree, yes, it can be a product of divorce, but every time somebody is defensive doesn't mean that's where they got it from. Sometimes they could have got it from their own marriage, right? Or their own relationships, or a bad boss, who they felt like they had to be defensive with all the time, or a friend when they was in grade school, or getting scolded on all the time. There's a bunch of reasons why you could be defensive as an adult or in your marriage. Mika, thoughts on that?
I think I'm right there with you. It's so many reasons why a person can be defensive. So no, that is not a product of divorce. Do you know how many things we can name as a product of divorce that we don't name? Yeah. And we choose defensive spouse? No. So no.
Yeah. Now maybe maybe he misspoke and said a defensive spouse could be the cause of divorce. Maybe he got his terminology wrong, and it's not a product of divorce, but it's a cause of divorce. Because I'm telling you, if you're defensive as a spouse, it could lead there, doing everything else necessary. Because sometimes you don't need to be defensive, AJ, you got some more on your mind? I can see.
Yeah. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But the reality is, when you're that wrong on something that basic, it makes me wonder
that wrong on something
how right you are on the other stuff. And this is an important topic. So you can't come in the door wrong and then expect everybody to value everything else that you bring once you get in the door. So I think, as quote unquote life coaches and Christian counselors and psychologists and what have you, there are things that you study that help you avoid mistakes like that. And sometimes as pastors, we think that because we're good preachers or we're good teachers, then we're great counselors. And one has nothing to do with the other
at all.
So if you don't realize that there are nuances in people's person, if I am the youngest of 15 children, I might be the most defensive person in the world because I am number 15 in getting my way. And I'm probably getting blamed for stuff that I didn't do. Maybe I did do it, but I'm still going to. So again, there's just too many things to step over after you fumbled that one right there.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Lily.
Yeah, I don't have anything to really add. Like you said in the beginning, it can be a product, but I don't think it's the end all be all. So
because I'm telling you like this too. Another reason, just a very, very simple reason why it may be the case. Sometimes that statement, that opening statement of his, is based on the fact that the parents who got divorced were doing a bunch of arguing and stuff all the time. And that ain't always the reason why somebody getting the divorce. They might have never argued. It may have been a complete shock to the kids that they was even getting divorced. They're like, well, y'all get along great. There's some people who are really serious about we ain't gonna ever argue in front of the kids and hate each other behind closed doors, whatever. So I think that it is a meritless statement for sure.
Let me not over belabor the point, but let me give an antithesis to.
Come on, over belabor. Come on, antithesis.
So how about? I feel like I can make a very good argument that there are some people that have not been divorced that feel like they're better than other people who have. So they have a superiority complex. With other people who have struggled through relationships that have ended in divorce.
Very true.
I can tell you about 8.
I don't think
not 1, not 2, not 3.
But 8.
I 100% agree. And that can go a whole bunch of places on that.
Because I was gonna say, because sometimes that ain't no prize.
No, ain't.
Considering what
that's what I was thinking. That's what and they didn't do anybody any favors by staying together.
Not one prize.
Let me shut up.
I'm gonna back you back in the corner. I'm gonna sip my tea.
Please.
All right, Miss Producer. Can you what is that? Is that a puppy dog she got back there rubbing and patting and stuff?
Yeah, she got her dog.
Can you go to the next question, please? Before we bring you on screen so they can see your hair looking like Mika. Look at the dog that pushed the wrong button. Which question is we on? I don't think that's the question.
Stop.
Okay. Do most people listen to defend or listen to respond with the solution? Lily, let's start with you.
Listen to defend. I think that's one of the things where active listening, I don't think it's something that you're just wired to do. I think it's a learned behavior. I think that is something you have to work after, speaking for myself. But I think it's something that people often, when they're say that you're having a discussion, doesn't even have to be an argument or anything. But if somebody is coming to you to talk to you about a situation, I know this from even just being in management, they're already on the defense. Like,
what's that defensive ready position? AJ from sports shit, they got their hands up, nigga. Come on, nigga.
they're already like, okay, so she about to come at me with this. I got something for her.
Yeah,
like,
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for her to come to you. I've been waiting for her.
Just waiting on you
by my attendance. Hey,
yeah.
You know what I done been through.
Come on, you
know what Michael did. I told you what Michael did with them kids. They're gonna call me in here.
But yes, so for sure, I feel like they go straight to listening to defend.
Yeah, Mika. See, Mika living her life right here, visually and imagining. Because I got a feeling this out. Go ahead, Mika.
Most
Mikas listen to defend or listen to respond with the solution.
Most Mikas, like Kay told me today, TT, you got OCD. You need to calm down. I'm listening to respond with the solution.
Really?
Absolutely.
Now, has this been a primary characteristic and trait of yours that you've championed over the years?
No, in my 20s, I was ready to defend because I'm gonna tell you how, when, where, why. I got receipts, what happened, why you think I did that, and why I did that. What's my response to all of that? I got all that.
Yeah.
But now I want a solution. But that I don't think either one of these are good because you're not listening just to listen.
Oh wow. Love it.
So I don't think either one are good.
Because realistically, there may not be a ready solution right there. That's a great point.
It may not be a solution, and you may not be able to defend it. Shut up and listen.
Oh wow, that's good.
So, you just dropped it.
Yeah.
To me, if I had to choose one, it's gonna be.
She finally ate. She's been trying to eat these whole years. She finally ate, y'all.
Don't make my head come off.
Oh my God.
She finally ate, Pastor. How many episodes you done been out here? He's surprised. He's like, I'll be damn. She finally ate.
I'll be John Brown. She finally ate.
Go ahead. You finished with it?
No, I was just saying, just listen with the solution. But if I had to pick one, because I want everybody to leave, and it's not realistic, and I'm just going to say this out loud, it's not realistic to people involved in the situation. Everybody's going to be satisfied, but I think a solution will make sure that people are satisfied. So I'm trying to satisfy everybody that is in the situation.
Right. And let me just say this, because we were basically urging Mika to be truthful and vulnerable and transparent with her answer, right? Because the bottom line is we ain't always had it together. None of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, we try to be transparent, trying to be vulnerable and whatnot, because the truth will set you free. Here's the difference. It may not be the you setting free. It may be the truth will set you free. Right? Those people who are watching and listening and whatever. Believe it or not, you being honest and vulnerable and transparent with yourself may give somebody else the confidence to be honest and vulnerable and transparent with themselves.
That's
they're like, you know what? I ain't gotta hide this no more. I'm not the only one who done did it. Let me go on and quit tripping. I know I should have been doing this. I know I do that. Let me try to figure out what the hell I need to be doing, whatever. So so that transparency and vulnerable is valuable. All right, King 2.0, sir.
I'm gonna piggyback on what Mika said. Neither one of these is necessarily the right answer. My son shared something with me on why he kind of shut down with me. He's like, yo, Dad, sometimes I'll be trying to tell you stuff just to get it out. You be coming with solutions, trying to fix it for me. And he said these words, I'm a grown man, so you make me feel like I can't figure out how to fix my own stuff. So guess what? I can't listen with him all the time to respond to a solution. Sometimes I just need to listen, not to defend, not with a solution, but so that my son can be heard.
That's right.
If I can't be iron, then guess what? How am I going to sharpen the iron in him?
That's what's up.
So I listen, man. I listen for what's needed to be heard from the person that needs to get it out.
Sometimes it's just I hear you. And you have to ask, is there anything you need from me?
And that's what I ask him. Do you want me to just listen, or would you like my opinion when you're done?
Mm-hmm.
And I go with whatever answer he gives me. And we've finally gotten to a place where he's okay and I'm okay, and we roll with that.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things sorry.
No, go ahead.
I said that's one of the things I always have to ask myself and the person that's talking. Do you want me to give you a solution, or do you want me to listen?
Yeah.
And that's as I get older, that's what I'm learning, because that's going to change how I listen.
Right.
Do you want me to say, you're right, I get it, I understand? Because sometimes you give people the answer, I understand, they get pissed off and like, okay, that's not what I came to you for. I need a solution. Okay, so what do you want from this conversation is what I'm learning to say.
Yeah.
Do you want a solution? Do you want me to understand where you're coming from? Do you want me to vent with you? What is it that you want from the conversation? And I think that's important when you're talking. That's how you have to start. Where are we going with this? What do you want from this? And that's what I ask. And some people get annoyed and they're like, okay.
Yeah. And like I said, I wanted to add a little bit more encouragement to AJ and those who are out there that may be in this situation, and even Lily, who will be there before she knows it, with the kind of parents you are with kids is much different than the kind of parents you are with adults. Last year, toward the end of last year, that was a lesson that I learned, that I came to the realization, I'll say a revelation was given to me, is that I've never been a parent to adult kids.
Yeah.
So whenever you became parent to an adult kid, I had to learn that all over again.
Yeah.
And I tried to parent my kids the way that I wanted my mama to parent me. Hands the fuck off. Leave me alone is what I wanted, but I got to understand these kids were raised differently than we were raised.
Yep.
And they may need more hands-on. Right? They may need more hands-on, even though you think you prepared them and you got them tough and you got them whatever, they still may need more walk me through this kind of situation.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
so I and I think it blew them away when I said that, hey, ain't never been no daddy to no adult kid. It got so quiet in the room. They're like, God, dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't. So why would you expect me to do it right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time.
Yeah.
So I'm learning this thing along the way,
No, let's keep it real. They said, damn, daddy.
Yeah.
We didn't know. No, that's what I respect about my brother, because ain't nobody tripping about damn and hells and shits. It's going to happen.
Right.
And they're grown. They don't live here.
Yeah.
Are they being disrespectful with it? Absolutely not. They're not cussing at me. They're like, oh.
And then just imagine what that conversation of you being vulnerable did for them. You know what I mean? Like,
it changed the whole
I'm
thing.
sure they look at their dad, and like most kids do, like, this is my dad that has it all together, right? He's supposed to know how to navigate this. Like, how can he not know? And to open up and say, I'm not sure how to navigate that, that's powerful.
Yeah, very. I'm telling you, I wanted Wilma Jean hands off. I got this. Leave me alone. I'll call you when it's necessary.
But with us, and I'm going to speak for our generation, the millennials, because Ted, you're right outside the millennials.
Oh, I'm Generation X all day. Don't ever try to bring me nowhere else but that.
Alicia and I are millennials.
The greatest.
I go off on my daddy if I don't hear. I go off on my daddy if I don't hear from him for 2 days. Where the hell you been? And he's like, Mick, I just talked to you Tuesday. I'm like, it's Thursday though.
You got his number though.
And that's what he said. Okay, if you needed me yesterday, why you didn't call me? I was chilling. But I'm like, but I'm your child. You had me. And he's like, you right. Hands up.
Nah, don't clap at that shit, AJ.
She owned it though.
Nah, I'm your child. You had me. I'm your daddy. I had you.
No.
But wait a minute. Just wait, Lily. I want to be the first person you call when it hits you for the first time that your adult kid don't call and check on you. You tell me how that make you feel the first time it happened.
I think that was pretty darn hurtful.
AJ,
let me tell you something, man. The first time I didn't get a call on a birthday, it was painful, and I wanted to have some kind of attitude.
Yeah,
but when I heard the voice of my child, and they was cool, kids was cool, I'm cool. What did it matter? It was another day.
Oh, now you Anthony Hamilton. Now you're Anthony Hamilton.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not getting ready. I'm for real. I'm not getting ready to lie and say I wasn't cool at first, but it took some, boy. Don't let them see you sweat. It took some stuff to have me be up. My jaws was tight. I was ready to fight. I was ready to listen to defend. Like, no,
this is what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I do the show for the producer. Because when I say some funny shit, I be watching to see how hard she laughing. And when we went to that Anthony Hamilton, she over there rocking in her chair because she laughing so hard. I don't care about nobody else saying if she laughing at it, we straight.
That's funny. That's funny.
But yeah, so that's real talk though, AJ. And so there used to be a show. I know you remember it. I'm not sure if Meek and Lily, they may have been too young. There was a show called Kids Are People Too.
Right.
You remember that show?
Yeah.
And very poignant show, right? I think it let America see kids in a different light, truthfully, right? Well, there should be a show, Adults Are People Too, right? A parenting thing. Like, we people too. We got regular feelings just like everybody else. And I guess it's a situation where dads and men have had to have this hard persona, this hard exterior throughout the entire bringing up of this kid to do what daddies need to do, to where they saw him as infallible, right? You know, and in the know that he has a soft side, you know, or a needy side, you know. See, there's a book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and he talks about the different tanks that need to be filled, and some tanks can't be filled by anybody but your kids.
That's right.
Yeah.
As cool as me and AJ are, I can't feel it. The tank that he has that his kids need to fill, I can't feel that one.
Correct.
I can feel the one that brothers need to fill up.
Right.
I can feel the one that friends need to fill up. I can feel the one that colleagues need to fill up. I can't fill up the one his kids need to fill up.
That's right.
Right. I just can't. You know, I lack what's necessary.
Right.
So sometimes, you know, I'm gonna tell you, when my ex-wife, the first time she told me, when the kids wasn't calling to check on her, oh, broke her down. I mean, she like, you know, couldn't get it out, you know. And I was more like, hey, y'all need to call and check on y'all mama sometime. I can deal with it, you know. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to pretend that it don't bother you, you know, but I can handle it, you know. I'll just go smoke me another one. But your mama,
please.
Let's get to some.
You can't right.
I got the producer again, and I don't even have to tell her where I'm going. She know I'm going to comments after I hit a funny one. Theodora Harper, she said, "Hey man," I think she said that to AJ's comment earlier. Kimberly Negret, Kimberly, do me a favor. We appreciate you. Love your name, by the way, Kimberly. But make sure when you spell your name, you spell it real slow. Don't spell that name fast. And don't say it fast, because we may get that wrong. Negret. Make sure you spell it slow. It took him a while. AJ was first. He get the prize. All right, so she said, sometimes people just need a soft place to fall. 100.
I like that.
100. And then Pastor Smith said, I agree with AJ. You have to know what's the nature, purpose of the communication. Love it. Love it.
Real quick before we go. Yeah. And that's not just with kids, though. Imagine you as a wife come home.
Oh, no doubt.
You try to tell me about your day, and I'm trying to fix it. And you really just wanted to get it out. You wanted to get it off your chest. And a husband who ain't worked a day in your job, ain't been through a half of what you've been through, and he got all the answers. I think that relationships require the understanding of the nature of the conversation. It doesn't have to be defensive or with a solution. It needs to be pertinent to what the person who's coming with the need needs.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, and understanding your spouse's job is a big one. I think that's one of the blessings of my relationship, is the fact that I understand her job. I've been there. I know exactly what she is dealing with when she's dealing with it. I got it to the T. Mika, go ahead.
If we
Somebody got their hand raised.
If we can, let's do an active listening about the thing that Craig tagged us all in, or you tagged us all in last week. That's another thing about active listening and just being a soft place for your husband or your spouse or whoever.
Oh, yeah.
From last night
when they walk into the door. I think that's an absolute great example of that.
Yeah, I wish I had that video and be able to play that here, but I don't have it. But go to the Queen 3 and King page on Facebook. We'll share it.
I'm going right now.
Watch it. We hadn't shared it yet, man. Slow down. I said we will share it.
I was trying to activate
all right, let's go to the next. Oh, let's reset this one. Again, today's episode is active listening. As you can see, we have King 2.0, AJ Jones on here, JM&E, Jones Media and Entertainment Group.
All right.
Yeah, he got a big deal coming out. He done had casting calls and all this.
Didn't call stuff. Me.
Oh, he knew what he was doing.
Oh, it ain't too late.
He knew what he was doing.
Shoot me a video with a 1-minute monologue and make it hot.
No, don't worry about it. That almost sound like a casting couch kind of situation. He said, send me a 1-minute monologue and a video and make it hot. I don't know how you interpreted it.
I got him. Tig, hold on. Our Father, who art in heaven. Don't do me. I got my 1 minute. I know him for myself.
Stretch it out.
Let's go to the next question.
Oh my God.
Are most men less defensive than women or more defensive than women? Let's start with Lily.
Oh, God. Oh, dear God.
Let's start with Lily on this.
Dear God, do not start with me.
Yeah.
Considering that women are more emotional, women are more defensive than men.
What? Are we recording?
Yeah. You can't believe that honesty came like that?
I can't believe that.
Now y'all know I'm gonna keep it a butt.
Yeah, that's true. I give it that. Now Mika a lie on your ass, but Lily, she gonna tell the truth most of the time. And Lily, stop! Come on, Mika gonna skirt this shit. She gonna hold on to her truth for the longest. You'd like to elaborate on that at all, Lily?
No, I think I said it. It's just we're more emotional. So let's say I'm just gonna pull an example. Let's say husband is coming home from work. Okay, y'all get to talking, and he starts to tell you about something that he's been wanting to talk to you about. You already like, what is it? What?
That look right there. That
I'm telling you, that's how they usually go.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I have to say.
You know what I do to combat that, AJ? I come in with that very scenario. Hey, maybe it's something I want to talk to you about. It's been on my mind all day, and I need to talk to you about it now.
And you say something dumb.
I say something very sweet, and I say, I just want to let you know that the Lord couldn't have blessed me with nobody better.
Boy, get out of here.
Oh, I'm not kidding you.
Oh my God.
I got a witness. And I say that, he ain't gonna bless me with nobody better. And I just thank him every day for you. So I didn't want another moment to go by before I told you that. But she was already ready for the smoke. Ain't no smoke. Hey, you think I got any?
You need to move on. You need to move on. You are so
okay, Mika. Are most men less defensive than women or more defensive than women?
One of the greatest lessons that my old superintendent taught me in my prior job is anytime we would come in and talk to him, he'd be like, his door was open. He'd be like, okay, Meek, because he called me Meek. Okay, Meek, is this emotion or is this fact? And I would have to look around the room. And I'd be like, oh. He was like, okay, this is emotion. It's not fact, but go ahead. And I would spit out whatever I was feeling. And he would say, tell me why that was emotion versus fact. And he said, and he told me from himself, hey, we lead with facts. As men, a lot of times I can't tell you, I feel this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. And then we take the steps we need to take. So I'm going to say, based upon that and a lot of things that I've been told from my daddy and from my brother, my daddy he always says, don't make permanent decisions from temporary emotions, and go sit down. So I think we are more defensive than men.
See what I told her? See, Lily come up off of it. Mika gonna begrudgingly give it to you.
I'm trying to record.
Oh, we got to record it for you. Don't worry about it. Save your minutes. Save your minutes.
Not minutes.
Yeah.
Them daytime minutes.
Yeah, save
Maybe
your
a little daytime minute. It's after 7. He all right.
Okay, AJ, on you, King.
Man, I'm coming from a whole different angle. Apparently, allegedly, word on the street is, I used to stay in trouble. So because allegedly, word on the street is, I might have told a lie too back in the day.
Might.
I feel like I had some defensive-like behavior because I never knew which one of them lies was going to have been revealed at the time of said conversation.
I love it.
Therein, to forthwith, I had to be on my toes. You know, because I dealt with some sisters. I dealt with some sisters that done came up from some places. You know, they knew how to throw them hands. They had brothers that could throw them hands. They had mamas that would shoot you, daddies that would shoot your hankies. So rumor had it allegedly that I might have been more defensive than most men. How about that?
But you was trying to live here.
And at the end of the day, everybody want to get home.
Right.
We all just want to get home alive. So I have been known to be defensive, and I know why. I know why I was defensive. I know why.
And I was thinking AJ may go here with this particular question, because again, are most men less defensive than women, or more defensive than women? And I think again, we're answering these types of questions in generalities, right? So I'm sure a bunch of people can name relationships and situations to where it is just the opposite. Especially, buckle up, especially with the way some of the Gen Zers and millennials were raised. They got, let me just go on and say it, right? They got some whole tendencies.
Woo!
It's the truth.
Doing whole tendencies.
They got some whole tendencies, so they are going to be more emotional and defensive and etc. So again, we're speaking in generalities, not absolutely, not absolute. Okay, and I'm also going to give a bit of a justification or a reason why some people are defensive as well, and it's not so bad. It is because they are high performers. They are high producers. And so top producers, imagine, I dare say that all of us on here are top producers on our job. I know y'all well enough to know that we've all been top producers on our job, right?
Don't play.
But still, you got to get a performance review. And when they call you in a monthly review or a one-on-one, whatever you want to call it, and there's something we needed to work on, because we all, even though we're top producers, we need to work on. Oh, we did not receive that.
I did that.
Well, you hear me? So sometimes it's because you're so used to, you put in extra effort. You are conscientious about how you go about your business. So when somebody says your business is less than stellar, you like, I remember telling my supervisor one time, I'm your best adjuster. What you talking about?
I'm the best person.
And he knew it, and he knew I wasn't lying. He goes, Ivan, I know, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, and shit.
Well, when they compared to somebody else, they lying.
When I walked out that Friday, I said, all right. I said, I don't know. He goes, you good? I said, I don't know, man. I'm about to take the weekend to think about this. Oh, he didn't know whether I was going to come in Monday packing my shit or not. And he goes, that's not necessary. That joker blew me up all weekend. Say, man, I'm telling you, I wasn't, but by the time I thought about it and stuff, I came in Monday. I said, you good? I said, as you well know, I'm serious about how I go about my business. So when you start telling me I got something to work on, that's tough,
Yeah.
And I actually had a VP, the highest ranking member of that department one time told me, because word got back to him that, hey, we might lose Ivan. He said, hey, I just need you to know I get coached by the CEO.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I'm the VP of this department and I still get coached by the CEO. He goes, so it doesn't matter how high you get, how well you perform, there's always room for improvement. Don't take that personal. And he goes, and a lot of times if they taking the time to coach you on something, it's because they want you to be better at it, because they want you to keep moving up, you know. And so that helped me a great deal. And I understood then. I'm like, you know what? Top performers are naturally defensive when you come in to try to coach. And every top performer I've said that to immediately say, you show right, you know.
Or so, I'll quit all this. Yeah. or you off anytime you say that, you just think about that one time. Be like, yep, because I had that one time where they told me. Yep.
Chill out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. Are there one more question here? I don't know if we're up to some of the active listening skills, or is there one more question we can answer before we get out of here? Okay. Yeah, let's answer that one. And then what we'll do is we'll run through real quickly those active listening skills just to put them out there, but we won't necessarily comment on them unless the panel has something to say. So let's start with AJ on this one. No, we're going to start with Meek on this.
Yeah, let's start with
her on one. Have you ever listened simply to get ammunition for your defense? Have you ever listened to get simply get ammunition for your defense?
Absolutely, because I have receipts. As somebody who is defensive because they want to be the best at what they do, you're going to keep receipts. So I have ammunition. You're like, okay, try me.
All right. AJ King 2.0.
So the answer for me was yes, but from a different standpoint. I wanted to see what you really knew. Because, you know, you might be bluffing. You might be trying to see if you can catch me slipping. I'm trying to get at me. Oh, she talking about that. Okay. Yeah.
She don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
I remember I went out with a cousin on my daddy's side. His name Thomas Jr. And he said that don't come on telling it on yourself either. I'm like, what you talking about?
That part.
He said, when you walk in the door, don't just assume they know. Now we was teenagers and this joker knew this. He said, when you walk in the door and your mama called Ted, don't say, I went out drinking with Tommy Jr. He said, don't be defending yourself. Just be normal. You know, and I thought that was some of the realest advice you can get. Ted, can you bring me that? And I'm just getting ready to defend myself, and all she wanted me to bring whatever in the kitchen, you know, whatever. So, yeah, AJ said he'd know not to speak too soon because it might be too late. All right, Lily, have you ever listened simply to get ammunition for you? Uh-oh, you muted that? You muted that.
Oh, my kids busted in here. I'm sorry. I used to be the queen of on March 16th, 2016 at 7:31. This happened because I'm gonna save a receipt.
Yeah.
Not ever deleting a text message because I want you to try me.
Oh, God. I'm so glad we family.
Hey, I know you lying because
we got to that one. She didn't delete the right one. I saw it. I done seen it.
Forget what I said at the beginning of the show. Never mind.
Absolutely. I think we've all done that. I'm gonna listen because guess what?
Yeah, me too.
I want you to say the wrong thing because I got something for you. I got something.
Yeah, me too. I'm very grateful to God that my disposition has changed in my older years, my more wise years, and those prayers where I've prayed specifically for the wisdom of Solomon. You know, they said the Lord, he's a liberal God and he'll give it to you liberally. Wisdom is one of those things. He'll give it to you freely if you just ask for it, you know. And so I'm telling you that some of those prayers done come through so in such a big way. Now he needed to sit me by myself for 10 years after divorce to give it to me. You hear me? You know, but I done got it. So I thank God for that. I'm so much more.
One thing we didn't cover is the active listening through that trial and error, and when the Lord trying to get us to hear something.
Yeah,
it could be 2 years, it could be 4 years, it could be 10, it could be 20.
Yeah, no doubt.
It ain't easy.
That's in fact, on this at this men's conference, that's one of the things I spoke about too, is that he will tune your listening in over a period of time, so you have to have a disposition of expectation. You got to expect him to talk to you about something, and that's active listening. And sometimes you got to tell him, Lord, I'm listening if you got something to say.
Baby, he'll disturb your sleep.
Ooh, whenever I used to say that, going to bed at night, Lord, I'm listening if you got something to say. If you want to wake me up, now be careful about that.
Yeah.
Make sure you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're ready.
Because you don't get to control the clock.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go real quickly. Let's just pop real quickly these active listening skills. We're just going to run through a few. If any of y'all got something to say on either one of them, don't be afraid to jump in. Active listening techniques, not in any particular order, just what we have. The first one is pray before the conversation. Do this a lot. Not quite enough. It's a couple of times I should have prayed first and I messed it up. So yeah, I think that's a good one. Pray before. Focus on the intent and purpose of the conversation.
Yeah.
That'll help get the emotion out of it, too. All right. That little Yorkie done got in the way again. Pay attention to body language, yours and theirs. Whenever I got taught actively 20 years ago, maybe 30, that was one of the things, that active listening was your body language as the listener. They said make sure you're very conscientious of how you are coming to them. Head nodding is one. They say you want a head nod that indicates that I'm listening to you. Be standing up, making eye contact. So yeah, pay attention to body language, yours and theirs. Yours more so you can correct it if it's wrong. Theirs more so you can pay attention to what they're actually saying to you, because their body language may say it, and their body language may even indicate that they're having a difficult time telling you this, and you can use that difficulty for them and say, hey, I'm in a good place. You can tell me anything. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to bite your head off. Relax. Let's talk. Let's speak freely, or whatever. And if you pray before, it'll help prevent that anyway. Give encouraging verbal clues, where you say, okay, I hear you. I hear you. I understand. Mika, you got something on this one?
Active listening, guys. When you're in interviews, because I've sat on a lot of interview panels, and I hate.
Don't call me guys, but go ahead.
And I hate this. And you can. When I'm in interviews, I always like to give encouraging verbal cues, because people can't get the best of you when you like this.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. I hate that. I hate that. So show active listening skills. Nod, smile. Like people always say, okay, don't show that you're shaking. No, niggas, get on and smile at them.
No, what?
Sorry.
Yeah,
I say it on purpose. Got comfortable. I say it on purpose. She slipped with it, didn't she?
I did.
She was like that pastor who accidentally cussed that church on that TikTok video where he go.
But not because I don't like when people intimidate people. I don't like that.
Yeah, and that whole folding your arms, that is the chief do not do as an active listener.
I don't.
Sometimes let me just say this. Sometimes this is a comfort move for people. They're not really trying to be standoffish, but it sends the wrong signal. You gotta be careful with that one, because it makes it seem like I'm closed off to the information you're telling.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask clarifying questions if needed. Yeah. Sometimes you just don't understand. If you ask clarifying questions, that'll show I'm really trying to understand what you're saying.
I heard you say, but can you specify this?
But you better be careful at how you ask them clarifying questions too, because that could go off the rails quick.
Real quick. Real quick.
I don't like mean people.
Refrain from judgment. That's big. You don't want to judge them, because again, what you want to do is you really want to encourage, especially in romantic relationship, you want to encourage that conversation. You want to encourage that communication, right? So if you come back with a position of judgment, you may stifle that going forward, right? And you don't want to do that. You want to reward the behavior you want them to repeat, especially women coming to men. If you want a man to repeat a behavior, you reward that behavior. If he swept the kitchen floor, put it on him that night.
Throw it extra.
I'm telling you, whatever he did that you want that behavior repeated, reward that behavior. Again, I mentioned this book again. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Men are dolphins, easy to train. Reward the behavior you want to see. I didn't even hear what they said, AJ, and I'm trying not to even pay attention. But I'm glad they enjoyed it, okay? Because nobody else did but them two. They don't care nothing about the viewing audience. They're not interested in making nobody laugh but themselves.
Mika, what did you say?
She's not gonna be able to say it. She got too much Wilma Jean in her. What you say?
You took out that trash. Can't get that.
Wow. Wow.
She is a dumb me.
Wow. Okay. And this is one that me and my fiance are so much in agreement on. We laugh about this one all the time. In fact, because we have communicated this to each other, we'll say it when we're trying to be funny with each other. When somebody doesn't talk to you, do not say thanks for sharing. Everybody
please don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes that belittles what they just said. That is, you know,
very.
Okay, thanks for sharing. It seems so impersonal. Don't.
Very corporate.
All right. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, don't say that. All right. We got any comments that we need to get before we sign off on this? With AJ, you know what the nature. Yeah, we got that one. Facebook user. Hey family, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you.
New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Kimberlyn Negrette. Send them my email in case I get a new phone. I said Negrette real slow because I didn't want no misunderstanding.
Oh, yeah. She talked about them text messages. Send them to my email.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she said it without reproach. Okay.
Yeah.
Facebook user, Les Lord. CJ said, what's good, everyone? What's good, CJ?
Hey, CJ.
Facebook user, late getting in, but very informative show. Thank you. The beauty of podcasts is you can go back and watch, and you can send it to a friend, so they can watch. That's good stuff. T, gotta listen. That's either Craig or Lynn or Danielle. Somebody like that. Yeah, Britt, maybe Britt. Yeah, gotta listen. All right, final thoughts. Let's start with the baby queen.
I think that my final thoughts are gonna be that
take out that trash. You can get this ass.
That's mine.
Oh my goodness.
No, but for real, I think it's so important that we practice active listening, and it's not too late to
She's struggling.
Because it's something but for real, active listening, like I said before, is a learned behavior. You have to practice it in order to learn it. And sometimes I still don't get it right, or I slip back and be like, jump on defense. I think we're all guilty of that because it can just depend on what kind of day I'm having. But be sure to act actively.
Okay, let's go ahead. You good? We got you.
Mika, what did you say?
Take out that trash. You ain't get that.
Dude, Mika done ate twice today, and she ain't ate twice in all 2023. But 2024, you getting some more
today. She did what needed to be done today.
She understood the assignment. All right.
Amen.
Final thoughts, Educator Queen.
Just real quick, like Alicia said, it's a practice, and I don't believe we practice enough that skill. That's not something we come into the world automatically knowing and do, that we do. So I'm gonna say that skill has to be practiced more and more every day, and sometimes we get it wrong, and that's okay. Continue to practice and share the goodness to the world.
Dust yourself up and try again.
And take out that trash. For me, if you take out that trash, you can get that.
That was good.
Good evening.
King 2.0. I know you're baffled, but do your best.
We apologize, AJ.
Sorry.
I don't even know what to say. I got nothing. You know, I think active listening falls under the umbrella of communication. Without communication, it's hard to be successful at anything, let alone relationships, because relationships are not easy.
Ooh,
Fairy
God.
tales, yeah. Real intimate, lifelong relationships, you got to work at that thing. And
Yes.
sometimes you have to repeat lessons that you think you've mastered, like active listening.
Yes.
And you got to customize it. You got to customize it for your spouse. Just because you were a good active listener in your last relationship don't mean you balling in this relationship.
That's a word.
So I just say, man, look, put in that work for the relationship that you in. Try to be the best you that you can be in that, and try to be the best y'all that y'all can be in that. So yeah, it's important. It's important. Keep putting in that work.
Love it. And give the viewers where they can follow you, how they can support you on projects, et cetera, et cetera.
Man, can you believe that Jones Media and ENT.com got hijacked? Like, when the interns told me that, I was like, so it got hacked? Change the password. They like, no, Pastor, they want money. Like, we ain't doing that.
No, heck
Look,
no.
Faith, the letter N, sports at gmail.com. We rolling with that one. Been with me for 30 plus years. So,
okay.
Yeah,
say
man,
it one more time.
We're going to find a way to get
Faith,
that back.
Faith in sports, you said?
Yeah, Faith, the letter N,
okay.
sports at gmail.com.
Wow.
And we do. I've got a movie script that I had shared with the team called Traffic Jams. It got picked up by a movie showcase called The Cinematic Affair.
Fantastic.
So it'll be one of 3 films that will be premiered during that 3-day weekend. Real excited about it, man. Real excited about it.
Okay.
You already know BS3 is going to be all over that thing.
Yeah.
Because that's the family, and that's how we roll.
Yeah, matter of fact, I got something for you on that too. Don't forget. It may be for traffic jam part 2.
Oh, that's fine.
I got something for you.
Oh, because again, bro, it's multiple different episodes of that thing. So yeah. And then it's gonna turn into a series. Let's get it.
You hear what I'm saying?
I hear you loud and clear. I'm actively listening.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm making my notes because I had forgot about it until you said that.
Okay.
Yeah, Mickey and Lily, I got a club scene I want y'all to do.
Oh, I'm in that thing. No, I tears the club up.
All right.
Back in my day.
All right. And again, thank you, AJ, for your time, man. Let's hit these last couple of comments. It's me, Lynn. Lynn was saying that she was the one that said that's good stuff, T.
Please get Erica's comment.
Yeah, she says, great show. Happy New Year. Love y'all. Trash and Love it.
That was good.
Oh my goodness.
My final thoughts. There's this saying that we've all heard before that gets mixed reviews, and it is you got to fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Some people, for some reason, do not like that. And I'm like this. It's like it depends on what your intent is.
Correct.
Some people fake it till they make it, and they have they're not even working to make it. They are just they high on the fake it and low on the make it. Okay. And I'm saying fake it till you make it is a very good, in fact, it's biblical if you really pay attention to it. It's an act of faith, right? Sometimes you got to act like what you're not. I'm gonna give you a good example. Whenever we went through a week-long lesson on tithing before, right? And there's this debate, right, about 10%. Is it real? Is it not real? Is that Old Testament? Is that New Testament? And he goes, yeah, it's Old Testament. In other words, 10% really should be out the window because you should tithe like you want to make. He said, you want to show God an act of faith? You want to know the biggest jump I made in my salary over my life? The biggest jump I made in the expansion of my territory? I started tithing based on the salary I wanted to make, not the one I was making.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying everybody can do that. I get it. But I started tithing on the salary I wanted to make. And guess what? Start making more than that. Okay, so that's a fake it till you make it. I was fake. I wasn't. You follow what I'm saying? You know, and sometimes when you speak and say, AJ, hey, I'm gonna start making movies. Oh, when I just say it, we're gonna turn that into a series. That ain't nobody done said nothing about that. That ain't real. We ain't got no contract on that or no agreement on that.
Yep.
But that's a form of fake it till you make it. But that's the kind that you wanna have, right? So I said all that to say this: that in active listening, sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. Just try it. I know it's on the inside, it's tearing you up to not say nothing or whatever. Fake it till you make it, hold it. And what'll happen is you'll get better at it.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll get better at it and continue to ask God to help me with this, help me with this, help me with this. Okay. And whatever you do well, focus on your strengths and let him take care of your weaknesses. Okay. And
that's a word.
To give some grace to the people who are not great at active listening. Guess what? All of our minds are rigged to self-justify. It is the reason why AJ can do something and we're gonna light his ass up behind it. And we do the exact same thing. And we say, well, I had a bad day that day. Or I was dealing with this, or I was dealing with that. Our minds are rigged to self-justify our actions, and we will condemn somebody else. And so just keep that in mind whenever you're dealing with somebody who's trying to listen to you. They are really operating within their nature, and it takes a little while for them to be supernatural.
Okay.
Ooh.
Supernatural.
Come on.
I got a little something. I talk to the Lord, right?
Yeah.
That's
anyway,
good.
hey, again.
Now, let me throw this out to you real
okay.
quick. One of these shows, I want us to get into the fact that in relationships, sometimes people will show more grace to their friends than they'll show to their spouse.
Stop right there.
I'm just one of these days I want to dig into that.
Let's do it.
And I don't have to be on the panel. I just want to.
No, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Have to be.
Yes, you do. And I see that the producer starts shaking her head, frowning up, and writing it down. So yeah. We got it. We got it. Yes, Kimberly, for sure. Speaking it into existence. Somebody else said it's called going above and beyond, speaking with faith. That's it. Tithing. 100. So hey, we appreciate y'all for joining us on this one. Active listening. There's, as far as I'm concerned, there's still more meat on this bone, right? And the topic that AJ discussed, I think that's a good one. Hey, that may be one that you do when you're filling in for me, either on a Stars deal or Super Bowl week or something like that.
Okay.
Right? So once you work on developing that. All right. We appreciate y'all for joining us on Queen 3 and King. We'll be back next week. Not sure what our topic is, but it'll be a good one.
Good.
Talk to y'all.
Bye, y'all.
We see you looking, want beef, then we cooking, bro. Bring the hook in. Queen 3 and King, we the team. It's going down. We the talk of the town. It's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns. It's going down. Tune in now. It's going down. It's going down. We just hit you with another one. It's going down. We just hit you with another one. It's going down. We just hit you with another one. Tune in now. We just hit you with another one. It's Queen 3 and King. It's Queen 3 and King. It's Queen 3 and King. It's Queen 3 and King.